I knew it. Another Heard At Media production.
Hi, Chantel.
Hey, Roxanne.
Happy Thursday night.
I
I was like, wait,
know.
what day is it? It's 11 p.m. And I just finished watching OC, and we have some good news. We're going to be recapping Salt Lake City because all of you guys were like, why are you guys not recapping Salt Lake City? And then we were like, why are we recapping New York over Salt Lake City? That doesn't even make sense.
Seriously, and especially Salt Lake City is so good, you guys. I really
Mhm.
like crack up watching the whole show.
Exactly.
And again, it's from Mary. Like I give her my VIP for this episode again. Like she really is gold.
Yeah.
TV gold.
Yeah, so we're finally gonna cover it. So we actually wrote thorough notes, and we have so much to say. So we are excited about that. Before we get into the shows, I just wanted to say that today the Menendez brothers. I said their last name wrong, and I know one of our listeners has been trying to help me, but today the DA came out and said that he is going to look at a resentencing, and now the judge just has to approve it, and then they'll be able to go home.
But is it the same judge?
Is it? No, it's not the same judge.
Oh, okay.
No, but I mean, it was so long ago, but I was like so happy about this. And then I sent a text to my cousin chat, and Chantel's sister was like, they're murderers, blah, blah, blah. And then me and Chantel were texting on the side, and Chantel's like, I don't even know why you bother. But I was like, I get it. Like, I understand like why you think that, but did you actually watch their trial, like the brothers' trial? And she kind of like implied like they made it up. And there's like a lot of people who think that. And I just hate when people like form an opinion without actually like having all the facts. And then Chantel, though, is that person who's like, why do you even give it the time or day? Like she probably saw a Facebook post, like, don't even give it the time or day. Like it is what it is, you know? And I'm just like, I know I am like the worst with that stuff. Cause then I like start debating her, but like she hasn't even watched it, but I'm so like passionate about them getting out. So, but I also understand the side of people are like, at the end of the day, they did murder someone, you know, I get
Yeah,
that.
like if you're like just like a casual like viewer of Hot Topics or just like headlines, like that's all you see is like
Yeah.
especially what they try to portray back in the day, like these two kids did it for money, like so
Yeah.
people like that, and that was her like excuse, like okay, you didn't even watch anything.
But nothing. She didn't watch anything. It was just that. But like you said, when you're casual and you just like read titles and you don't want to like look into things, that is the opinion that you're gonna have.
Yeah.
But watch so many of you guys come and be like, I actually really disagree with you, Roxanne, and agree with your husband. But I'm very happy. So let's just hope that the judge approves that.
Listen, I think like
They've done their time.
yes, to me, that especially what we've heard about them and like what they did and how they did it, they've done their time. They should have gotten the manslaughter from the get-go, which was like 20 something years. And like that's it. They did it, and let's move on.
Yeah, and there's been new evidence, and even the wardens have came out and said, I would trust these people as my neighbors in a house with my kids alone. So I mean, I think that's pretty telling because those guys don't typically like the people who are in jail with them. So I don't know. Anyways, we'll see what ends up happening to them. But I mean, we have so much to talk about this episode. So let's cut the small talk, okay? Because I want to start with OC just because we just watched it. So I'm on 10 about OC.
Oh my God. Like this episode, Roxanne, was so damn dirty.
You
I
guys.
didn't even know where to look. Like there was
Like it,
so much
yeah.
happening.
No, it feels I'm literally watching with my husband, and he's like on his phone, like playing a game, but like he's watching everything and he's like, man, he's like, that chick is so fucking messy. He's like, that's crazy. I'm like, dude, you have no idea. Cause he watches New Jersey, but he's not like he's casual with Orange County. And he was like, he making faces like oohing and oh my gosh, like freaking out that someone is like this. So I just like look at my husband and I'm like, what the hell is Eddie thinking about his wife being this way?
And you guys, you know what? I'm done with Heather. I'm done with her.
I know. Am I done with Heather too? Oh my gosh. I
I'm done
know.
with a lot of them actually. Even
Me
Shannon, like
too.
Shannon is dirty too, like, and especially Gina, like, we'll get to it because Gina really did call them both out and, like, said the best thing, but, like, let's get into the recap so we can
Yeah,
start from the beginning.
for sure. And when we say we're done with them, it's like we're done defending people who don't defend themselves. Like,
Exactly. Or,
I'm
like, it's just or, like, literally that's just, like, really, like, playing the game way too far when, like, when things are right, you call it out, like, what you're doing is actually, like, disgusting.
so Jen comes back into the room and she said that Tamara
Wait,
has
wait, wait. Sorry, sorry. Let's talk about you guys last episode, okay? Jen, well, we see her in this episode with that outfit, okay? The
oh,
white linen shirt and the Zara jeans. Roxanne is a sick human being, and she literally bought like a very similar outfit, like
well,
literally like
I bought
85%.
it was, yeah, 85% of that outfit. And it was because Jen posted it and she's like, people are asking about my outfit. It's from Zara. And so I was like, okay, good. Now I know where it's from. Zara has like, and it was already out of stock because she bought it in 2023. We're in 2024 because I saw it in everything. There was a TikTok about the top. So I saw it in everything. I was like, fuck, it's out of stock. And Zara does this thing where it's like similar items to this. And I was like, oh my gosh. And it was just like a long sleeve instead of a short sleeve. And then like perfect jeans to go with it. And I had a mom's night out yesterday. Like it was my kids' school, like all the moms got together and I wore it and everybody complimented me. Everybody was like, dang girl, everybody complimented me. And I literally got the outfit that day. It
That's how
is sick.
sickening she
Yeah.
is. Like it's
No.
literally, you guys, it was Thursday to Wednesday.
Yeah, and
Or Friday
it
morning,
delivered.
basically.
Yeah, Friday morning I ordered it and it delivered on Wednesday and I was like, "This is perfect. I'm wearing this to mom's night out." And, yeah, no, I was, like, feeling myself. I was like, "That is the outfit." If more housewives could wear outfits like that are, decently affordable. How much was it? It was like I put up the links and everything because all of you guys were saying, "What's the outfit details?" I think the shirt was, like, $40 and the pants were, like, $49. Was it? Damn, that's kind of expensive, no?
Well, to me, that's like how you know when you have style that like you can put like budget friendly pieces together and
Yeah.
still look really great because like you have a great handbag or the jewelry, like that's how you know you have styles when you can do that.
That's the thing, like, with me, my style, I'm not a materialistic person. I don't and nothing's wrong with being materialistic, by the way, but I just don't know designs. Like, we always say Chantel knows designs. Like, Chantel is very stylish, whether it's designer or not, like, she's very stylish, but I don't. So, like, I'm that person that, I feel like I can put a cute outfit together and it's not that expensive. But I shop at Zara. All I shop at is Zara, H&M, and Target. Like that's literally the three places that I shop at. And H&M is like literally for like the kids and like for my sweatsuits. But I feel like that's all that I shop at anyway. So I was like, this is perfect. And I got it. And yeah, my husband saw me. He's like, you wearing that to mom's night out? I was like, yeah. But anyways, yeah, so that I am sick. That I don't even know how it delivered that quick. It was supposed to come on Thursday, thank God.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Jen, she comes in that amazing outfit and she says Tamara has no soul. And Heather's like, wow, you just really went too far. And I'm like, Heather, I fucking can't with you. I'm done with you. Like, yes, I am done with it. Have you seen what your girlfriend has done? I know you see it. So do not tell Jen that she's going too far. It's not nice. I was like, oh my
Well,
God.
that's why Jen was so like spot on in her confessional.
He
She goes,
ate her
Heather,
up.
yeah, she's like, Heather, you got mad because someone said that you had faked a paparazzi. Like, don't even go there. Like, it's like, yeah, she was so done with everyone's bullshit.
And Tamara's so funny because when Jen first walks in, Tamara denies the background check. She has absolutely nothing to say. She was so taken aback. So she claps and then she admits it and then she stutters. But when Jen leaves and Tamara realizes that Jen saw these texts, she completely spins the story. She says 2 years ago, Ryan was involved in this timeshare thing, which he's denied. And apparently a man came into her gym and told her this. It already doesn't sound believable. It doesn't even make sense. And Tamara says that Shannon was just as involved because it had something to do with Leslie Bedore. I truly didn't even understand what the fuck she was trying to spin and say.
Same.
And then they show text and I'm like, what is this proving? Like, this was not even the text that we saw in regards to Shannon or in regards to Tamara saying, oh yeah, I'm doing a background check on Ryan. Like, it was just like, I don't know. She's always just trying to pin things on everyone else.
But
And
I will say it does show, this is the first point that it does show that there is more to the story where Shannon's is involved in it too. Like Shannon and Tamara are dirty together.
well, I mean, look, if you're like best friends with someone and it involved Leslie Bedore, which is her husband's like ex, like I get that side, but in the text with Shannon, she's like not really bringing up Ryan. I guess at least I didn't see that, but I don't know. Like, I think it's dirty that when you're kikiing with your best friend and you're like, whatever, seeing something, you're like, I want to know about this, that your best friend goes and fucking puts that out there. Like
Yeah.
but
That's how
I guess Shannon only did it because Tamra has kept coming for her. But if I was Shannon, I would have told her the full story then.
Yeah. And I think that's how you know that like Tamara's such a shitty friend and like that's why everyone's scared of her.
Yeah.
Because like if you ever do say one thing by mistake, she has it. She's gonna call you out on it. She has no loyalty. She doesn't give a shit who you
Yeah.
are.
Exactly. Especially if it's on text, that's a scary thing.
Yeah.
They then throw shade about Jen's stomach, making sure to point out that she looks good, but that she had a tummy tuck, but that they can't talk about other people's plastic surgery. It gave such Mean Girls. They were the biggest haters. Even if she had a tummy tuck, who cares? She still works her ass off and has a banging body because of it. She probably has 0% fat on her fucking body. And who cares if she had a tummy tuck? Like, if you've had a baby, do you know what these babies do to our fucking bodies?
It's like 5.
Yeah, she had 4.
I
And then
know. Which is like, yeah.
right, which is crazy. So it's like, yeah, like most people, if they got it, why not? They should have a tummy tuck. I told my husband after that I want a tummy tuck if that's how my tummy will look. If my
Okay.
tummy looks like
Shush.
the thing. But it was such a random pairing, by the way, seeing Emily with Jen and Katie. By the way, wait, sorry, I don't know what the hell I was saying.
Well, no, but like how funny that like we talked about it, I think like an episode ago, how it was a weird pairing for them to be in the room, like because it was randomly they did it. But she ended up moving into Gina and Shannon's room. Yeah. But it's great because this is where you see Jen and Katie's like friendship blossom, and this probably got them so much closer because they were rooming with each other, you know?
Oh, yeah, very true. Emily was very spot on here because she says when Tamra doesn't respect someone, she doesn't respect boundaries. And she obviously doesn't respect Jen and Ryan. I thought that was spot on. I do like that Emily acknowledges that she doesn't blame Jen for losing her mind. And on the other hand, Tamra is labeling Ryan a con man. So now we have a new label. Can you imagine, you guys, for a second? Tamra was sued for defaming Jim Bellino, and she spent so much money on attorney fees and to even pay him up. Can you imagine being so stupid that you're going to do that again on a show?
What? And for what?
How wild do you no, I'm sorry to call someone dumb, but how dumb do you have to be to risk that yet again?
It's crazy. And it's like, for what? Just to prove what? What are you trying to prove right now?
I know.
That he's a bad man? You're a bad person.
Oh, God, exactly. If he's bad, what the hell are you, dude?
Seriously, I think she even said that. She goes like, who do you like, I don't want to surround myself with those kind of people. Like, who you were surround yourself by you. Like, you have to live with yourself every day.
I mean, we don't believe in cancel culture, but like, is she the exception?
No.
No, I'm kidding. So Heather doesn't condone people digging up things about people's life and brings up why she's so disgusted with Katie. But I'm confused on why this energy wasn't brought up to Tamra. It's fine for her to be upset with Katie, right? But why did Tamra get away with this? In fact, Tamra was her best friend, and now they're like BFFs, like it didn't happen. And when Katie even brought this all up, Tamra was happy as F when she heard Katie say that. And that's your best friend. So if you're able to move on with Tamra, why is it so hard with Katie?
I know.
Yeah. Speaking of Katie, Tamra brings up when Kaylee was babysitting. When she was babysitting Emily's kids. Am I saying her name right? It's not. Oh, is it Kylie?
Kylie, yeah.
Oh, I said Kaylee. Why did I say Kaylee?
Like you're like putting Katie and like Kylie together or something.
Oh my gosh. Emily's kids, and Kylie was talking to the kids about how their moms work with each other. And then Kylie asked the boy if she knows the other ladies, and they tell her, we really don't like Heather because she's mean to our mom and yells at her a lot. And the kids say that Emily thinks Heather is bossy, which all those things are true. That is how Emily feels. And now Tamra is saying that, something is off with Katie.
She calls her calculated, which is like, where? Like, am I missing something here? Like, are we watching the same show? What is calculated about this right now?
Yeah. And then Gina denies this right away. She says, even if Emily was talking shit about her, about Heather, her kids would never be around her. But I want to be real for a minute as a mom. Sometimes we think our kids are far away from us and not listening, but they are. Sometimes we're on the phone with people. Like I'm on the phone with Chantel and I'm thinking they're not listening, and they are. And sometimes we're having conversations with our husband and think they're not listening, but sometimes they are. So anyone to me that says like my kids have never once heard me talking shit is a straight lie.
And it doesn't. Yeah. And it doesn't imply you're a shitty parent, but just because you're talking shit and you're gossiping and your kids hear you, that doesn't make you a shitty person.
Right.
Like,
of course, you don't want it to be a consistent thing, or like, but I'm just saying sometimes like you really don't think they are listening, and they are.
And, like, no offense, like, this show, like, literally, like, makes their head go big, and that's all they're talking about for 8 months at a time, so you're telling me you're not talking about any of the ladies in front of your kids
When you're on
at your
fucking
home?
TV, dude, like, whatever,
Seriously.
stop it. And Gina was so delulu saying they're
They're
8, they're
they're
not
just,
even
like, they really are good friends, like, they stick up for each other.
but she of course, I get that, but she
Yeah.
was like, "They're 8, they're not even thinking about it." Like, let me tell you, one time my mom called me dumb. She didn't mean it. It's like a Middle Eastern thing, like, she just says that, like, she'll be like, "You're stupid," or something, and it's just how she speaks, but, like, I swear she doesn't mean it, but, Charlie was coloring in the other room, and that night, Charlie was like, "Why did Nana say a bad word and then you got mad?" And I didn't think she was listening, and I was like, "Oh, shit," like, I don't want her to ever see that with, like, me and my mom, because, like, I have no patience for my mom, even though my mom, like, basically lives with us, and so I was like, "Oh my gosh," so there's, like, a prime example of her in another room, and then, like, she brought it up to me later, you know?
Exactly.
And by the way, my kids are obsessed with my mom, it's actually unhealthy.
And I also
Um
and I also don't think, like, 8 years old is that like, small, like,
Right, I
especially
know,
knowing my nieces and nephews, they know everything, and they're
I know,
5 and
I know.
4 and 3.
Exactly, yeah. Um, so when Tamara confronted Emily about it, Emily says, "No, my boys came to me and said that Kylie said Heather was mean." But Gina just said, that the last thing that's what the 8-year-old would be thinking about. But if they went back to their mom to say that, it just, like, I don't know. It was just rich, like you said. Tamara saying Katie's calculated, that she has a hard on for Heather, but we have not seen an episode where Tamara doesn't go in on both Shannon and Jen all season. And it's like, does Tamara listen to herself?
I don't know. I really don't know.
What did you think about the situation?
I think that there was clearly something said no matter what. There was a conversation with the kids, like, whatever, and, like, the fact that they're running with it and making it, like, this huge thing that now, like, Katie's this manipulator, calculated person, and, like, she doesn't know who she is when, like, literally 12 hours ago, you were telling her about Jen,
Yeah,
feeling so free to tell her about, like, Jen's husband,
right.
and now you don't know who she is. Like, it's just, like, all bullshit. Just bullshit, bullshit, bullshit.
I think Katie just thought it was funny. It's not like Kylie, like, brought it up and was, like, kikiing about it. I just think that she thought it was funny.
Yeah, and, like, they're the new ones, to be honest, so, like, they're the ones that are barely talking, probably even know what to talk about yet, you
Yeah.
know?
Jen tells Ryan what happened, and Ryan says that Tamara has no soul, and yeah, we all
We
know.
know.
But I was dying, Chantal, that Shannon is struggling to go to the bathroom because you guys, this
I
happens
feel
to
like
us
it's
on every trip.
I feel like it's, like, everyone on every trip. It's, like, something with the airplane, something with the food. I don't know what it is, but, like,
Except Tamara. Tamara, like, walks and poops in herself.
oh my god, I know. Katie needs to give us, like, those pills that her GI doctor, like, gave them.
Is that what she took that made her poop right away?
Yeah, and she gave it to
Okay.
Emily, and Emily was dying.
Oh my gosh, I'm dying.
Yeah.
There's one like that on TikTok, and it does work. So it's like the one thing that, like, yeah, I feel like does work. But yeah, that's us on every trip, and it sucks because the whole time we're uncomfortable, we're bloated, especially when we're in a bikini. We're like, oh my God, we're so bloated. I know this is TMI, but, like, I swear it's a real thing.
I know, but we've never, like, done an enema.
No, I've never done an N. I don't know what that is. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
saying, like, to go she's crazy to go that far, like, but she's
No.
always been into that stuff, but it's wild, like, she's funny.
I know. They're at dinner, they're doing etiquette stuff that no one will listen to. They're not gonna I don't care about
I'm
this.
like, "No, thank you."
They go through the table naming their pit and wait, what is it? Pit and what?
Peak or pit. Peak
Okay,
and
yeah.
pit.
Tamara says her pit is being yelled at about something that Shannon provoked and
Ugh.
in regards to Jen. And you guys, this is like crazy shit. This is like, is she unstable? By the way, I just realized Alexis wasn't in this whole episode and I was totally fine with that.
Yeah, because like, they're on the trip,
Yeah,
so
wow. Shannon is looking at her like, you're fucking crazy. And how convenient for Tamara to say that Shannon had called her and asked her question, but it's not on a text. Shannon is like, you're a liar. Like, or Tamara tells Shannon, you're a liar and you're a drunk. Like, she keeps, you guys, imagine if Karen from Potomac was on the show. She keeps bringing up the drunk stuff. And I'm like, girl, you put your drink down. Okay. Put your drink down. That gives you liquid courage. Okay.
seriously, and, like, it's, like, so harsh, like, the way she
Yeah.
says it's so
So hard.
harsh.
And Gina is like, "Can we fucking stop with this alcohol thing?" And I'm
Mhm.
like, "Wow, Gina, like, sometimes I like you, very, like, little, but, like, I respect you right now." Um, Tamra has no care in the world.
Let's take a quick break and talk about one of our sponsors, HelloFresh. Make this fall the tastiest season yet with farm fresh produce and easy autumn-inspired recipes delivered right to your door with HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. HelloFresh has tons of options for whatever you're craving. Choose from a changing menu of over 50 recipes each week, plus take your pick from over 100 market add-on items like dessert, breakfast, and snacks. Working full-time and having 4 kids, it's almost impossible to go to a grocery store. That's why I always lean on HelloFresh. Convenience is everything, and they make it so convenient. Plus, their food is so tasty. Their presto, pesto, panko chicken is my favorite. Get 10 free meals at HelloFresh.com/free-TRH. Applied across 7 boxes, new subscribers only, varies by plan. That's 10 free HelloFresh meals just by going to HelloFresh.com/free-TRH.
This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Let's be honest, we all hit points in life where things just feel too much. Maybe it's work, family, or personal struggles. I've been there. But whatever it is, talking to someone can make a huge difference, and that's where BetterHelp comes in. BetterHelp is an online therapy platform that makes it easy to connect with a licensed therapist tailored to your needs. There's no more waiting around for appointments or driving across town. It's all done from home. You can have sessions over video, phone, or even through chat. The flexibility is amazing. If your therapist isn't the perfect fit, you can switch at no extra cost. It is more affordable than traditional in-person therapy, which means you get professional support without breaking the bank. Don't wait until things feel too overwhelming. BetterHelp is where you need it. Overcome your fears with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/TRH today and get 10% off your first month. That is BetterHelp, HELP.com/TRH.
Shouting that Shannon is a liar. I mean, again, this is just because she's caught being messy. Tamra is like to Jen, why do you believe Shannon? It's like, Tamra, you're asking Jen why she believes Shannon when you've been talking shit about and lying on her husband or on her fiance for the last 2 years. Like, you just called him a con man. That's why she believes Shannon over you.
And she's over you. She doesn't even want to look at you.
And Jen's like, you better shut your mouth. And
Yeah.
Tamra's like, why? Because your fiance is gonna put a hit on me. And it's like, no, but you're gonna get sued again. Like, come on. Are you really not thinking about this? Like, are
For
you
her to go that drastic, like a hit? Come on.
Yeah, I know. Jen is over it. She's done playing around, and Tamra shook about it. She did not expect any of this, and I'm loving every minute of it.
You're just so good again.
Yeah, it was weird because I expected them at this dinner to confront the Emily stuff, but they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't this whole episode.
Yeah, that was weird.
Mm-hmm.
Because they know they're like, okay, we can save it for tomorrow. Like, so at least we have something this dinner. They leave dinner and Shannon is with Gina and Emily, and she says like she's so thankful to have them. And then Heather on the other side tells Tamra when they're alone that she needs to apologize to Jen and say it'll never happen again. But we all know that's not true. So that's not good advice, Heather, because that's literally what Jen is going to respond back.
Seriously, you're just telling her just so like that they can shut Jen up or something. That's the only reason you're saying that.
Yeah. Emily says that she has known about this Katie stuff for a while. She says she would have never spoke negatively about her in front of her children. Emily knows her kids like didn't say that. Do you believe? I mean, listen, it sounds like her kids said that.
It sounds like there was a conversation that definitely was said and like was there. And again, you know, like if someone's asking you about friends, like they know who your friends are. Why are you guys acting like they don't?
Right, exactly. Oh my God, Shannon just put up a picture on Instagram. Oh my gosh, of her and Shannon Bedore, and it says me and my bestie if our chats got leaked, and it's like and like it's
Wait,
her
who
and
just posted this?
Tamra did.
Oh my gosh.
And it's her. Like, I'm literally gonna be like I'm fucking done defending Shannon.
See? I think Shannon's part of the problem.
Right. I mean, for her to, I don't even care if producers are like, you guys need to get along. You need to do this. Like
She just put you through hell.
Right. Like, that's so stupid. And like, she is putting that out there, and it's like, haha, like best friends, like getting in trouble together. And she's putting it out there so that people will like, be like, okay, well, at least Shannon's good with Tamra.
No.
Like, oh my gosh. Oh God, that really pissed me off, and it just threw me out of a loop. Anyways, what were you saying?
No, I wasn't saying anything.
Okay. Well, anyway, so Heather says this whole thing was a planted story, but I'm like, oh my gosh. And yeah, I was just dying when Shannon finally used the bathroom. I know we talked about that.
Yeah.
Tamra saying Shannon getting sick was because she knew what she did to Tamra was
Like,
wrong.
that's
Like,
what I'm saying. It was just so dirty. Like everything was just crazy.
she like actually believes her lies. That's literally what's crazy. No,
Yeah,
like,
but I know. But watching it, it's like very delusional.
I know. Look how excited Heather and Shannon were to confront Emily about the Gina situation.
So
Did you
excited.
see that? It's like, why are we talking about Gina when Tamara has been just exposed? Or she just exposed this Ryan thing. Shannon and Heather, they go outside to have a talk because Shannon is upset that she was trying to build trust with Heather, and it's upsetting to her what she did. And she finds out that when she was opening up to Heather, that Heather went and told all the ladies right away what Shannon showed them. And Heather says, I don't remember that you told me not to repeat it. Then we literally see a clip of
Yeah.
her saying, I will not bring this to the group. She takes no accountability. I mean, she
And
did
she
at the
literally said,
end, but
please
I was
don't take
like,
this to the group.
yeah. No, but Heather was like, I won't take this to the
I
group.
know.
She then twisted. She brings up how Shannon reacted to the David thing. And Heather and Tamara really thought everyone was going to hate Shannon because the way they're acting towards
Yep.
her tells me that's what they thought. Tamara says Shannon's motivation was to turn Jen against her. Again, this makes no sense because Tamara has been trying to defame Ryan for the last 2 years. That is the only reason Jen has turned against Tamara.
Literally.
Gina knew exactly what Tamara was about to do. She knew like something was about to be said. She knew what Tamara was going to do because this is classic Tamara behavior. And so Tamara then brings up the BS to direct the attention hate on Shannon. And Gina says Travis's ex-wife is crazy and trying to ruin her life. And that's why the story is out there. And I don't know, by the way, this ex reminds me of Louis' ex, Vanessa.
Oh my God. Yeah. And like there's been so many stories and speculations about this whole situation of like all of them and like why they had to separate their homes, and it all leads back to this. But I like, what part do you want me to like comment on, like the whole
Oh, I
Tamara
don't know.
bringing up?
I don't know if you had anything to say about that.
Yeah, I just like Gina really to me was MVP of her show, because she really could just calls them out and says, no, like look what you guys are doing. Like, why are you even bringing this up on camera, knowing how much it hurts me? It's like all very dirty. Like it affects her kids, it affects Travis, it affects the crazy person. Like knowing you're giving attention to the crazy ex, just like you said. Like Louis' ex loves when she's probably talked about. Don't you think
Mhm.
this ex probably loves when they're getting talked about? So it's
Yeah.
like you're bringing it up, and like that's what pisses him off even more. Like for Gina, it pisses her off because she's like, I don't want to give any light or any attention to this person.
Well, so then Tamara literally says Shannon brought up this article 6 months ago, and in her confessional, and Shannon responds by saying, "You're the one who brought this article to me." But then in Tamara's confessional, she's like, "How could I have been the one to tell Shannon about this when this came out when I wasn't even in the group?" Well, you just said that both of you guys talked about this 6 months ago. So it wasn't brought up 2 years ago when you weren't in the group. You're obviously in the group 6 months ago. And this is when things get so dirty. This should have never been brought up
Yep.
on cameras. I mean, Gina clearly has some big problems, just like you said, with Travis, to the point that she had him move out. And Tamara just brought this to light when honestly, I didn't know about this. So if I didn't know about this, many people didn't know about this. So
She gave her the look, man. She gave
yeah.
her that look. Like,
She's like,
what
I
the
know what you're
hell?
about to do. You're again, I'm
Mhm.
collateral. You're about to throw shit. This is very serious for me, and you're about to throw me under the bus like that just to come at Shannon. Like you're evil, and that's why they should have all held Tamara accountable at the reunion and said, "You really need to work on yourself, or we're not talking to you." But they all did the opposite. They all moved
Yep.
forward with her. So I
And then
mean,
Gina backpedaled last week on Watch What Happens Live. So it's like,
exactly.
oh my, it's like we really can't defend
No,
anybody.
we're done. Shannon's so tired of Tamara in this moment, because every single day Tamara has come for her. And Tamara saying Ryan hurt her, by the way, Chantel, at the end, like it ends up getting about Ryan hurting Tamara. And then I was like, to me, that was proof like your butt hurt that Ryan ended up dating Jen and stopped talking to her. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I swear she liked Ryan, period.
Yeah. It's like they had all this like close relationship and this like kiki of everything like happening. It was like fun at the gym and like blah blah. And then it turned to a point where it wasn't like that. And like you're right. That's what she's mad about.
Yeah, I mean, because I guarantee when they were, yeah, like just like you said, when you Kiki and he wasn't with Jen, he was probably like flirting with her. She probably like loved the attention.
Yeah, for
You know how that
sure.
goes. So I don't know, you guys, but after just seeing this photo, I can't.
But
I don't know.
I'm
Um,
sick of Shannon leaving though. That's the last thing I'll say. Like I'm so sick of her getting up and doing her little storm offs. Like she's starting to bother me.
right. No, 100%. Let's talk. I can't even talk about Orange County anymore because I'm so done with them right now. Like I just this picture, you guys. Let's talk about Salt Lake City. So we're really liking Salt Lake City, huh?
Oh my God, so good. Like this episode was gold.
I know it really, really was.
No, like I was like, I'm not joking when I say like I don't really laugh out loud that much on the Housewives shows, except like Married to Medicine always makes me laugh because those girls are so funny. But like that's how I feel about Mary. She's so funny. I really can't I laugh out loud.
Yeah. Well, let's start from the beginning. So Angie's invitation for her anniversary was very iconic. I think it's nice when she makes fun of herself, and she made a whole theme making fun of herself, but I thought it was like pretty catchy and cute.
I
Like
loved it.
it's
And I
funny.
think yeah, and I loved it. And I think that, have you if you saw those photos, like it's kind of crazy how like cinematography she gets with them too.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Mhm.
I can see Lisa really struggle as a parent with Jack in a different country and going through what, he's going through. By the way, I just wanted to point out that Lisa's son's names for her kids are my favorite. Obviously, I named my son Jack, but Henry, like I freaking love those names.
Yeah, me too. I do
They're
like
so nice.
Henry.
Yeah, so cute. Anyway, so when Whitney and Meredith speak, they're able to, move forward. And Meredith tells Whitney that she needs to make sure she is dealing with someone who's reliable in regards to this like whole Lisa speaking to a blogger account. And while I do believe Up and Adam is telling the truth about what this other account said, it doesn't mean that the person who said it is credible. And we're going to talk about that later because we found out who it is.
Yeah, and we ended up like I think he even went on his own podcast again and said that they edited out so many things of that conversation to make it sound like they were implying Lisa, and it wasn't that in the conversation.
Right. But it wasn't what we found out was that she didn't talk to anybody. Like she did not. And the reason that there are also, a lawsuit's getting said, but like this account didn't talk to any of the housewives. So this account was implying that she did, and she didn't.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that in a little bit. But I agree, though, that Whitney is trying to rile up Meredith to remind her that Lisa has done this before. But a smart housewife would be careful a second time. So that's why it's like so stupid. We know Lisa isn't doing this, Chantal, by the way, I'm going to get like it was really fucking sad seeing Mary's son because Chantal, it reminds me of someone we know. And watching them, and this is like a family member, and watching them go down that path where they have nothing in their eyes anymore, it's just blank. I don't know, Chantal, when I was writing this and just watching it, I started crying because I just saw because I was just like, my God. Like,
he's in rehab right now.
Yeah, no, I do know that, but it's like, it could be like, sometimes it's not the people that they hang out with, and she's saying that once he started hanging out with the person, but I also don't like blaming other people. Like we all have a choice, right? But seeing him like those type of people, they all look the same. And
it just makes me so sad because Mary is tries to be such a good mom, especially
her
because
son was her life. And she lost him, right? Like he's lost her.
And like it's also really sad to know that like it's like he's trying to escape something at all times, obviously going to whatever his choice is, like if it's drugs or alcohol, that like he's constantly going through that to like escape life, and like that's so sad for a mom to watch.
And it's so hard to get out of that. So I just like we've seen it, and I just
and you could tell the girl is so into it too.
Yeah. Oh my God. She was. Yeah. That's literally what she said. And I was just, is that the wife? Like, is he still married?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know that was the wife. Yeah. So I mean, they're both doing shitty things, and I mean, Mary is like, well, at least they're in my house, and I'm like, no, like, I mean, where the fuck is the dad? I don't know. But anyways, it was just really, really sad seeing that. But I am loving Bronwyn. When she went to Mary's house, I love that they vibe. And Chantal, I did notice something. She opened up about the Lisa thing and how her daughter hasn't met her grandparents, and how they found out that Lisa knew the grandparents. And then we find out more about Mary's situation and how her son struggled with that as well. And I don't know if Bravo cut it out, but Mary needs a self-awareness class. We all know this because she didn't even follow up with Bronwyn about her situation. She just told her story, and then Bronwyn was like, okay, she's not going to ask me questions about my stuff. Let me just move on. And I was like, I kind of like low-key people like that are very annoying to me. Yeah. I love me, my Mary, but like that would have pissed me off because I'm like, but Mary's not the right person to have those type of conversations with anyway.
But she surprises me though sometimes because like, like when they were having that conversation, Mary, I was like, what is she going to say? And then like, she opened up a more
but she
about
opened
herself.
up and she didn't like Bronwyn just told her what happened.
I know. She
And
should have.
she didn't ask her any questions about it. She didn't
Yeah.
follow up. She didn't say, how are you doing? How's your daughter? Stuff like that. But Mary really did read Heather from season 1, and
Oh
she
my
always didn't like
gosh.
Heather. And she says that Heather leads with lies. And I'm dying though, because Bronwyn was like, are we allowed to say bullshit in the house of God? And I just thought that was so funny because, like, I don't know. I just think she's really, really funny. But Heather is so messy. And I mean, we liked Heather, but Chantal and I have never understood Bravo making Heather the it girl of Salt Lake City. That was
No, no,
always weird
no.
to me. I get it. Like, she went against the Mormons. She still wasn't the it girl. Like, I always, especially in the beginning, thought it was Lisa or Meredith.
I think a lot of people got lost with Heather when she lied about the black eye. Like, I think that
Yeah.
turned off so many people, and it really did, because it's like you do lead with lies. It's like you're kind of phony, and like this season like it's only been like 5 episodes, 6 episodes. She's doing a lot.
I love when they were all getting ready, by the way. And Whitney, she says, there's nothing worse than when the husbands jump into a fight. And it gave me John Fuda. Like, the ladies fight. Like, Chanel, do you remember when the ladies were fighting? And then when he saw Nate, he confronted Nate over Danielle, what Danielle said to Rachel in a fight. And I was like, this is so ick. This is so fucking
I know,
embarrassing.
but look what happens at the end.
I know, yeah. By the way, Angie's house is like my favorite Real Housewives house.
Oh my gosh.
I'm obsessed with her house. Like, just how clean, how bright the windows. That is probably, and it's like the perfect, like, square footage, it's perfect. Like, it's not like too crazy large. It's obviously very large, but it's my favorite house of all the Housewives house. I need like a full on tour.
Who did you think looked the best, like, for the Mob Wives theme?
I think Bronwyn did.
Oh, really? No.
Well, who did? I don't remember.
I thought Meredith did. Like, she came in like all black. She looked
Yeah.
sexy.
Meredith to me is a very beautiful person.
Yeah, Angie looked great. I thought her, like, glitz and glam, like, her dress, like, being that, she looked great. No, Bronwyn, I feel like was a little, like, too much out there.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
But Bronwyn is absolutely the best thing to happen in Salt Lake. The way Monica left and we've all forgot about her, and the show is still going and is strong. I mean, it's landing, but the way go ahead.
No, I'm saying, yeah, and it's not, and like also like we'll talk about it, the Brittany girl and her relationship,
Yeah.
and how they made that such a thing.
Yeah. The way she approached Angie about Heather telling Lisa what she said and how she explained what Heather was really trying to do, which is stir the pot, I just felt it came across very well. And then the conversation with Mary and Heather had me shook it, because Mary is so quick with it. But at the end of the day, I don't think Heather has actually done anything to Mary. I just think Mary never liked her.
Yeah.
And she's kind of spot on, because like she sees Heather for who she is.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, Heather's never really done anything to her. But Heather's funny though, because she says Mary gaslit her, but when confronted by Angie, Heather gaslights Angie, and Heather's whole thing is like, you mom shame Lisa, which she kind of did. But if Heather felt so strongly about it, she should have told Angie how wrong it was and told her that she's going to say something to Lisa.
Yeah, and then I think that's also what Bronwyn's picking up a lot, is that the
Yeah.
fact that they're doing all these things and no one's holding each other accountable when they're doing the same thing, and they all come at her, and she's like, no, this is not gonna happen.
Yeah. Heather confronts Bronwyn and is like, why would you tell Angie? And again, so hypocritical. What do you mean? Why would you tell Angie? Why'd you tell Lisa? And then
why did you tell everything recently? You've been
yeah.
going back and forth. You literally been like a little like
She's just stirring the pot.
Yeah, she's stirring the pot for sure.
And Bronwyn literally goes to her, you think you're like the head bitch in town and you're not. And Heather just wants to hear that, and she walks away. And speaking of the Britney stuff, am I the only person not invested in Jared Osmond stuff?
No, I'm not invested at all. Okay, the only time I got invested,
I'm not invested in her either.
Yeah, like I didn't even watch the scene when like they walked out after he came in and she was crying, like no sorry. But the one scene that like was amazing is just like seeing everyone's faces and reactions to him walking in when she's there with another guy. Like that's what was funny and like fun to see. But like I don't care about her reaction. I don't care about any of it.
Yeah. It was weird though that Justin would be messy and invite Jared.
Yeah. He's very messy.
Yeah. It was just, very uncomfortable for her. No wonder him and Winnie get along. They're both like childish, but very uncomfortable.
New veneers. When people get new veneers, it's too much. Like, did you see them? Like when he's smiling in his confessional?
Oh no, I didn't see it.
Scary.
It was really awkward though for her to bring a date and then cry outside with you cry outside while the date's inside. And I was just like, oh, this isn't the time for you guys to be having this like in-depth conversation outside.
She's just a really hot mess. Like, I don't understand it.
I don't like it. And like, why is she a real housewife? Like, is she married? Does she have kids? Like, what is it? I don't like this.
Yeah.
Again, this is when they start ruining housewives, when they bring people like that.
Seriously, go on The Secret Lives of Mormons.
I swear. Whitney confronts Lisa about leaving the necklace in her room, and Lisa says it was an accident. I mean, we all know that wasn't an accident. So Whitney confronts Lisa of telling the account of Whitney's business, like comparing it to the Alibaba stuff. Okay. And I don't know if this is like 100% true, but I mean, it's pretty accurate. But I was told from the viewers that Up and Adam got that info from Dana Wilkie. And I do think this has made Dana lose all credibility at this point. Yeah, because it sounds like she made up that any of the housewives spoke to her for clout, and that's extremely dangerous. And Lisa is now threatening a lawsuit because it's simply not true. And I guess Dana is now denying it. But I just think that's so dangerous to tell someone a housewife said something to you or that you got information directly from a housewife and it's not true just for clout is dangerous. And this isn't a personal attack on anyone.
Yeah.
I just find it to be dangerous. It's like misleading. And right now you just lost all credibility. And I don't think Lisa would be speaking to this person. So it makes sense that she really wasn't behind it. But I don't know. I just think it's super dirty and it makes like other accounts like look dirty and stuff when you are first off saying that a housewife, especially if it's like number one, like if a housewife, which we all know housewives talk to bloggers, right? First off, like you telling other people and spreading it out there, that's a weird thing to me. But then you lying about a housewife coming to you is a weird thing. We all know how social media works. Like we all know that social media is like FBI and they're the ones who saw or could Google reverse an image and say, this is from Alibaba. It's not that hard. A housewife's not putting that out there. So I just thought that was so dangerous.
And what does that do for her? Like, what does that do for Lisa in particular?
Oh, I know. Yeah. Like, cause she wants it to come out about Whitney, but like, again, it wasn't even relevant. Like no one, I never
they were friends. Like, it's not like if they said Meredith did it, okay, it kind of makes sense a little bit because of the businesses and stuff. But like for Lisa, for someone to say Lisa it doesn't even make sense. Like I wouldn't understand.
But for Whitney to even believe it, and it didn't even come from Up and Adam. Like it came from like it just like, why are you even believing that? And that's why Meredith in the beginning, she was like, make sure that this person is credible. And right now, this person just lost all credibility to lie just for headlines. And I know like Chantal, like even with us, when we do this, like we're always like, okay, maybe we go too far talking about a certain person. But the one thing is like, we're going to tell the truth about things. Like we're not gonna, but if we're having private conversations with people, that doesn't mean we have to put it out there. And we owe telling everyone that we had a private conversation with someone. Like that's absurd. Like if I'm speaking to a housewife and they obviously don't want this publicly, I'm not going to put it publicly. I'm not going to say I'm talking to a housewife or anything, but I would never lie and say I spoke to someone when I didn't, so I don't know.
Do you think Lisa's reaction was warranted though? Like the way that she reacted?
Yes, because she's like, bitch, are you kidding me? Like, especially like when I know a lot of people say like, when you know it's not true, don't like give attention to it. But the way Whitney's trying to spin it, it's like, girl, okay, let's get the facts out. Let's get the facts out. You're not about to pin this on me. And then you guys are going to say, yeah, just like, oh, when you did it with Meredith. So yeah, like,
she was shaking.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I swear. Like, I think she was just kind of like, don't put this shit on me. And she said, like, I'm going to sue them. And I've heard that now, like, conversations are changing. And, like these accounts that were involved are saying something else because, like, Lisa is saying, like, oh, I would sue them. And I get it. I mean, that was some boss ass shit. Like, Lisa called an investigator to investigate. She's going the distance on this. And then she says, you owe me an apology and you're going to pay for this shit. How about that? You're going to pay for my fees on me doing this. But so I don't know.
Like obviously we know what Whitney was trying to do, what she was trying to say, but she didn't say like, I 100% believe it. She was just bringing it up to her.
But still, like she knew where she was going with it. And like when you know, like sometimes when you know it's not true, you're like, really, let's get to the bottom of it then, I do think it wasn't a good move of Lisa to confront Whitney's husband saying your wife's a liar, even though Whitney can be a liar, but Justin was trying to like fight Lisa and that was so scary.
Yeah. Like I think he had way too many drinks or something because you don't do that.
That was so
I'm really happy with John though. He stepped, is that his name? Sorry. Right.
Yeah. And he was just like, he was like, he's like, all right, calm down. Like, don't like talk to my wife like that. Like,
you had to see Whitney get involved because like, she probably knew that she's gonna be the only one to calm his ass down. down.
Because like she was like, don't calm down. Yeah. And like she even said, like she just said earlier in the episode, like husbands getting involved is like ick as fuck.
Yeah.
Sorry, I swear a lot this episode, but Whitney's husband, Justin, to me was, by the way, giving John Fuda in this episode when he really should have gave Bill Aiden and not gave because remember when Danielle Cabral came and was like, your wife is dirty or whatever. And Bill was just like, okay, anyways, like, he's not about to fight Danielle.
Yeah. By the way, like, have you seen like all the stuff with Angie, like on Twitter, like how she goes crazy?
Yeah, she does respond a lot on episodes. I haven't seen anything recently. Why? What did she say?
She was like on like a thing about I think she called Lisa, see you next Tuesday. And then,
I feel like I did see that.
no, she called her a twat. She called her a twat.
Chantal, that's a very big difference. That is
No, but
so
still,
cute.
it's kind of the same thing. And
Yeah.
like a current twat, same thing, kind of, And then like Lisa's like, but like Angie's been very, 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 very active on Twitter and stuff.
I
Like
know.
that.
I'm surprised because Lisa wasn't yesterday. That was like shocking. And she normally is too. Lisa, Meredith, and Angie are really good with that. And I like seeing that because like I feel like the housewives all should live tweet. I don't know why they don't.
It can get people more hype for sure.
Yeah, it will get way more people into the show. I mean, back in the day, that's all they did. And I lived for it. So much shit would happen because of it. Even more drama happened because of it.
I know.
Yeah, but it was a good episode overall.
Great episode.
Yeah. Anything else, Chantal? What you got going on this weekend?
Nothing. I have a Halloween party. And yeah, that's it. Really, I'm so happy it's Friday.
I know. I have again, big day. I'm going to share my kids' Halloween costumes with you guys because I'm dressing them up tomorrow for Halloween for their trunk or treat. So I'll let you guys know how that goes.
Well, yeah. Yep. I want to see.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. It is nighttime for us. Have a great day. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys and have a good weekend. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.